I still can't believe this trade happened. I know I'm a couple of days behind in terms of getting this video out, but Luka goes to LA. LA gets Luka. Luka to La La Land. Whatever title that you want to slap on this trade, it's fitting. Luka Doncic to the LA Lakers. What a huge trade. In today's video, we're going to talk about the impact that this trade is currently having on Luka's card market, whether or not you should buy or sell, and just what my reaction was when I first heard the news. So my reaction was one of shock. I didn't believe what I was reading. It was also really early in the morning, so I thought that I was just seeing things. But after I cleared my eyes and really paid attention to that alert that came through, I couldn't believe it. That the Dallas Mavericks sent Luka Doncic to the LA Lakers for Anthony Davis and a few other players. But those are the two big names. And this is a team that was just in the NBA Finals less than 6 months ago, and they're already moving on. And they have a completely different look to the team now. It just kind of shocked me. And I knew it was real, even though I thought my eyes were playing tricks on me for a minute there because the report came from Shams. And Shams is pretty damn good at his job. So when Shams reports something, then you know it's real. So I just couldn't believe it, to be honest with you. And then after the initial shock wore off, I just started thinking about what the Lakers are going to look like with Luka and LeBron, and just how this is kind of setting up LA for the next step in their franchise with LeBron approaching the end of his career. You bring in Luka Doncic, who is clearly there to be the new face of the franchise. So to be honest with you, the Lakers haven't had a young face to their franchise since Kobe Bryant. Now, I'm not saying Luka is Kobe or Kobe is Luka or anything like that, but I am saying that the Lakers are trying to build for the long term and the future, and they're trying to do it with a young generational talent. So all that went through my head, and then I started thinking about Luka's card market. I said, "Damn, what's this gonna do to Luka's cards? Have they already spiked? What's to expect? And also, what is the reaction going to be, and what is the market? How is the market going to react to Luka's first card in an LA Lakers uniform? I think that might be a huge moment in the card industry. We may even see something crazy like a one of one being released, something like we saw with Paul Skeens and Shohei Ohtani's 50-50 one of one. So you have all that to look forward to, but today we're talking about the present right now and whether or not you should buy or sell Luka Doncic cards and just what kind of impact this trade is already having on his card market. So without further delay, we're just going to get right into it. I'm going to pull up a screen here and we're going to go over a few cards. And I want to share with you just what I'm seeing, my personal expert opinion on whether or not these cards are cards you need to be looking into. And we're going to break it down one card at a time for three different tiers: low, mid, and high. And these cards that we talk about in today's video are cards that I think you should be going after, that you should be buying and adding to your collection. So let's get this done. Now, I do want to show you I do want to show you this insane screen because I've never seen anything like this before. Every single card of Luka Doncic is up over the last 30 days, over the last 7 days. Can you see this? Over the last 7 days, each one of these cards is up 10%, 65%, 14%, 147%. Over the last 30 days, no less than 66% in terms of these cards being up. The next row, more of the same. Just insane percentages in terms of the type of impact that this trade is having on his market. And This is all because of the trade. We're going to go over a few cards, and I'm going to show you what these cards were trending at a month ago prior to the trade. So for our first card, I want to pull up a classic. And, well, I think it's a classic card. You know, it's one of Luka's more popular rookie cards. And if I can find it here. So it's going to be the 2018 Prism Silver. And I want to take a look at this in raw format and compare it to a PSA 10 format and show you just why you should be looking at this card, why you want this card in your collection. So a month ago, this card was selling for $258. Most recently, it sold for $510. That's a huge jump. Huge jump. A $250 change in price. Now, this is going to be our higher tier. I said earlier we're going to go mid, low, and high. This is our high tier. What's this card doing in the PSA 10? It is selling for $1,700. $1,750 exactly. Now, a month ago, this card was selling for $965. In the last 30 days, it's jumped up $785. And honestly, not even 30 days. I mean, look where this was back on January 27th, right about 1,000. So the biggest jump took place over the last couple of days. That's crazy. That's crazy. So the trade has already had a huge impact on Luka's cards. No doubt about that. So I think this is going to be phenomenal. I think you're buying Luka right now. I'm buying Luka right now. I think you should buy Luka right now. I don't think you should sell. There's only one scenario where I think you would sell, and that is if you had a lower tier card and you sold it to take advantage of this increase in price and use that money to buy a higher tier card. So this is our first card here. This 2018 Prism, you can see the jump, the spike it's had. A lot of this is due to the trade news, okay? So the second card I want to take a look at is going to be our mid-tier card. It's going to be this, there it is, 2018 Donruss. Now, this is a rated rookie. Now, it's not Optic. It's Donruss. Donruss and Optic are in the same family, but Optic is the higher tier of the two. Donruss is the lower tier, and you'll see the price differences reflect. So this is probably going to be like your midpoint, $50 for this card. Now, a month ago, this card was selling for $30. It's up $21. It's now selling for $51. That's raw. PSA 10, this is still pretty affordable, to be honest with you. You could go out there and grab this PSA 10 for about $165 and just hold. Now, this was selling for $92 about a month ago. $92, so up $71 in 30 days. Man, so this trade is having a huge impact on Luka's numbers. One thing I didn't mention with the last card, but we'll go over it with this card, is unless you get a really good price on a PSA 9, I would stay away from these. This is just about the same amount as this card ungraded, 51 to 62. So going after a PSA 9, that's a long-term hold because you're gonna have to sit on that card until it appreciates to the level where you're actually gonna get profit. This is not a quick flip with a PSA 9. What you need to be doing is buying raw ungraded cards the smart way, the right way, and then getting those graded. That way you're capitalizing on maximum ROI. If you're not doing that, then you're doing it wrong. That's a fact. So PSA 9, stay away from those. Unless somebody gifts this to you, don't go out and buy a PSA 9. Now, if you happen to buy a card raw, you send it in, it comes back to you in a PSA 9, that's one thing. But don't go out and buy a PSA 9 for the same price as a raw card.
What do you mean by that?
Because you max or you cap your upside. That ceiling is very low. So your mid-tier card here is the Donruss rated rookie for Luka Doncic. You can see just what the trade has done for his numbers in a PSA 10. It's up $71. Let's take a look at a lower tier card. If you're balling on a budget, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Let's take a look at this 2018 Hoops Winter Edition. Winter Edition is a set of the NBA hoops, but it is holiday theme, winter theme with snowflakes and snow and stuff like that. Depending on the card and the player, they could hold more value. It's not guaranteed, but in this card, we're looking at Luka's rookie in this winter edition, and raw value is going for about 40. Now, take a look at where this was selling. 62.5% increase in the last 30 days, up from $15 to $40. What's it going for in a PSA 10? $145. Now, let's say you own this card right now and you can get on eBay and sell it for $150, maybe even $160. Then you take that $160 and you put it towards a different card. That's the one scenario where I would say you sell Luka Doncic. It's to upgrade your collection. So if you're buying this in a PSA 10 right now, you're holding it. You're just going to hold it. Let's say that the Lakers go on to make the playoffs. They make the play-in. Luka is a big reason why. This $145 card could see another increase of $30 to $40, maybe another $60. Now you're looking at a $200 card. You want to flip it for a profit of $55? You could. I would hold it though. Your best case scenario is to buy raw ungraded cards. Again, I'm going to keep saying this the right way, the smart way. Send them in to get graded and have it come back at 10. And now you're sitting on a nice profit. Now, I mentioned the scenario where it would make sense to sell Luka. Now, what card should you go after if you were going to sell, let's say, this card or a card around that 140 price range, 150 price range? Well, let's take a look. Now, earlier we looked at the Donruss rated rookie, but we can go up a level. If you want to upgrade from a NBA Hoops Winter Edition card, let's go up a level and let's see what this rated rookie, Donruss Optic rated rookie, is going for. Now this one's selling for $183. You want to buy it raw, it's going to cost you $54. So the price point between the NBA Hoops and this card is about $40 difference. It is considered, I consider this an upgrade. So if you're selling high on a low end card, then you want to upgrade that card to something like this. This is a good card to add to your collection. Now there are a lot of good cards to add to your collection in terms of Luka Doncic rookie cards, but those are 4 cards that you can add to your collection right now. Go on eBay, look at these prices. You already got some information, you got some market analysis, some breakdown here. Arm yourself with this information and go make a smart purchase and get yourself 1 or 2 of these Luka Doncic rookie cards. This is a great time to buy on Luka. I know his prices are up, but they'll probably keep going up. Just think in terms of if the Lakers make the playoffs, what that's going to do to his market. Let's look ahead to next season. And now Luka is coming into this new season with a full season ahead. And he has one of the best years of his career. Maybe he wins a scoring title. Maybe he wins an MVP. Maybe the Lakers win the whole damn thing next season. And you're sitting on a few of his rookie cards. Think about trying to buy at that point. That market will be incredibly high. So right now is a great time to buy. I'm buying Luka. You need to buy Luka. And the only reason you're selling Luka is to upgrade your collection. So Again, we went over 4 cards today. I gave you my opinion on whether or not you should buy or sell. I gave you 3 different price points, low, mid, and high. Gave you a nice little market breakdown and analysis of what these cards are going for in PSA 10 slabs and raw value. And even gave you a little extra advice in terms of staying away from those PSA 9s. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment below. Let me know if you're selling, if you're buying Luka, or even if you give a shit about Luka and what you think his trade means to the Lakers and what do you expect from Luka for the rest of the year. Be sure to like, sub up, and click the notification icon if you want more investment videos like this and tips from me. And until my next video, Chavez is